को जानो, राजयोग के द्वारा अपना परम पिता पहचानो। इसी राजपथ पर चलकर तुम पालो अपना बसेरा। तुम हो आत्मा तन से न्यारे, परमात्मा को प्यारे। दिव्य गुणों को धारण करके योगी बनो दुलारे। ज्योति बिंदु ही तोड़ेगा ये माया मोह का घेरा। अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
परम पिता शिव परम धाम से योग सिखाने आए हैं। शिव योग सिखाने आए हैं। पावन और योगी बनने का शुभ संदेशा लाए हैं। शिव शुभ संदेशा लाए हैं। परम पिता शिव परम धाम से योग सिखाने आए हैं। शिव योग सिखाने आए हैं। देह नहीं हो बिंदु सचेतन, तुम अविनाशी आत्मा हो। देह नहीं हो बिंदु सचेतन, तुम अविनाशी आत्मा हो। परम सतगुरु परम पिता में, परम सतगुरु परम पिता में जानो मुझ परमात्मा को। राजयोग से जन्म जन्म के पाप मिटाने आए हैं। शिव पाप मिटाने आए हैं। परम पिता शिव परम धाम कर वर्षा लाए हैं, शिव सुख कर वर्षा लाए हैं। परम पिता शिव परम धाम से योग सिखाने आए हैं, शिव योग सिखाने आए हैं।
Om Shanti. We Baba's children are at the auspicious confluence age. The speciality of this age is that when Baba comes and makes his children wealthy with his blessings, and one of the most important blessings is that which is received at this confluence age is that on the basis of which the fortune gets created. It's on the basis of that blessing each and every action becomes elevated. God is called. He is the wisest of the wise. So Baba gives the blessing of this divine intellect or divine insight at this confluence age. So we receive this blessing and become the masters of the world. People can't even think that they can become the masters of the world. As you know, in the history, everyone had always tried, but what's the method or what's the way to gain that? Baba says it's the power of tapasya which makes you claim that sovereignty of the world. So Baba says that we have to connect our intellects with that Supreme Soul, and that power enables us to become the masters of the world. So let everyone have this affirmation that I, the soul, I become the master of the world. So we have to check ourselves, how frequently do I remind myself of this, that Baba is making me the master of the world. I'm sure, I don't think we will have such thoughts throughout the day. Sometimes we listen to the Murli, we also conduct Murli classes, then we take sessions, we always say this, but becoming an embodiment of that, there is a lot of difference between becoming an embodiment of that and just revising that point. So Baba says you have to realize that you are becoming the word, the master of the world, then the complete transformation takes place in your actions. Let's listen to Baba's sweet versions, and today's date is 10th October 2025. Sweet children, what do you have to do? So Baba says you receive one direction from the one Father. It's called an undivided kingdom or direction. It's by following this undivided direction that you become deities. Question: what's the main thing that human beings have forgotten in the game of the maze? What has been forgotten? So, answer: having gone into the game of the maze, they have forgotten their home and the way to that home. They don't know when and how can they return home. The Father has now come to take all of you back with him. Your effort now is to go beyond sound to that sweet home. What's the effort required at this time? You have to make the effort to go beyond sound. This has to be emphasized. We have to practice going beyond sound frequently. Beyond this. So we have to check ourselves, to what extent do I spend the day in the remembrance of that sweet home. And today is a very wonderful song. It's an old song. O traveler of the night, don't become weary. Your days of happiness are about to come. Om Shanti. According to the drama plan, no one else can understand the meaning of this song. There are some songs composed by people outside that can help you. You children understand that you are now becoming deities. Just as those who study worldly studies say that they are becoming doctors or barristers, so it's in your intellects that you are becoming deities for the new world. You are becoming deities for which world? You are becoming deities for that new world. Only you children have these thoughts. That golden age is called the land of immortality. At this time, that is at present, there is neither golden age nor the kingdom of deities that can't exist here. You know that you have been around the cycle and reached the end of Iron Age. The cycle doesn't enter the intellect of anyone else. People, of course, speak about the cycle of 84 births, and how does the cycle start, and how do we go around the cycle, and how do we reach that end of the cycle, and how does the transformation take place. This is the unique way that it happens, and that can be understood only at this conference age. You children have the faith that cycle does turn every 5,000 years, and human beings only take 84 births, and there is an account. This deity religion is called an undivided religion. There is also the undivided scripture, and there is only one of those. Otherwise, there are innumerable religions and innumerable scriptures elsewhere. You are only one. There are innumerable religions, innumerable scriptures, and we have Baba. There is only one Baba, and Baba gives us the one direction. And you receive that undivided direction from that one. It's you who receive the undivided direction, and this study is to become deities. And this is why the Father is called the ocean of knowledge and the knowledgeful. You children understand that God is teaching you for the new world. For which world? You shouldn't forget that God is teaching you for the new world. Would students in a school forget their teacher? Obviously, there is a lot of influence of the teachers over the students. Even if teacher teaches something wrong, even if parents just insist that they have taught something wrong, it has to be corrected, but their children always listen to the teachers and they just believe in their things. So we have to realize to what extent we have faith. Sometimes we just use our own dictates. Baba, this can happen like this. Sister, this can also work out in this way. So we must have faith in what Baba says. So Baba asks, would students in his school forget their teacher? No. Those living at home with their families study in order to attain a better position. You are also studying while living at home with your families in order to progress. It should enter your hearts that you are studying with the unlimited Father. Shiv Baba is Baba and Prajapita Brahma is also Baba. The name Prajapita Brahma Adi Dev is very well known. It's just that he existed in the past, just like Gandhiji also existed in the past. They called him Bapuji, that is the father, but they don't think that he was that. They just say it. Shiv Baba really is that. Brahma, Shiv Baba is really that. And who else is the truth? So Baba says Brahma Baba is also true father, and of course he's the real father, and who else is the artificial? Baba says Shiv Baba is the real father, Brahma Baba of course, and a physical father is also real. However, they call the mayor of a city father only for the sake of it. All of those are artificial, whereas this one is real. The Father, the Supreme Soul, comes and makes souls belong to him through Prajapita Brahma, and this is the process of making souls belong to Supreme Soul. Of course, the entire world is his creation and all the souls are his children. Despite that, who belongs to Shiv Baba? We Brahma Kumaris who have been adopted through Prajapita Brahma, and it's a matter of pride. It is said that God created the world, and they sing the song that what's there in your mind? Who has created this world? So what is in the God's mind, that is being understood now, and what do we become and how the new world's creation is going on. So Baba just makes soul belong to him through Prajapita Brahma, and he definitely must have many children, all the children of Shiv Baba. Everyone remembers him. Nevertheless, some don't even accept him. They are firm atheists who say that this world is created with a thought. The Father now explains to you, keep it in your intellects that you are studying, and it is Shiv Baba who is teaching you. Remember this day and night. It is this that Maya makes you forget again and again, and this is why you have to remember Baba. Baba says, why is it said to remember Baba frequently? Because Maya also tries to make you forget. You forget all three, the father, teacher and Satguru. He is the only one, but still you forget him. It is in this because you battle with Ravan. The father says, O souls, are you listening? O souls, you were Sato Pradhan and you have now become Tamo Pradhan. What has happened now? You have become Tamo Pradhan now. So when you were in the land of silence, you were pure, and without purity, no soul can exist in that land of silence. That's why every soul calls out to that purifier. When everyone becomes impure, Tamo Pradhan, then the father comes and says that I make you Sato Pradhan. When you were in the land of peace, you were pure. Where? Where were you pure? When you were in the land of peace. When you were in your home. No impure souls can stay there. Everyone definitely has to experience punishment and become pure. Because the foundation itself is the knowledge and yoga, and if we don't use this first method of purifying us, then the second method becomes applicable, that is, the soul has to become pure by experiencing punishment. So Baba says that no one can return home without becoming pure, although they say that so and so has merged into the Brahma element and so has merged into the element of light. All of those are innumerable ideas of the path of devotion. This is your undivided direction. Which direction has been given by Baba? Our direction is undivided. Only the one Father can change you from humans into deities. The Father comes every cycle. Why? He comes every cycle to teach us. His act continues exactly as it did in the previous cycle. Baba explains the philosophy of the every cycle on the acts that repeat in every cycle. The intoxication just rises. I, the soul, I am the fortunate soul, I the soul, I am the child of the Supreme Soul, I the soul who will become deity. Baba has taken us from where to where. So this is eternally predestined. The world cycle continues to turn, and there is the golden age and the silver, copper, iron age, and then there is this confluence age. The main religions are deityism, Islamism, Buddhism and Christianity. There are those who have a kingdom. There is no kingdom of the Brahmins or of the Kauravas. You children now have to remember the unlimited Father again and again. Whom should be remembered? Baba says we have to remember the unlimited Father. You can explain to the worldly Brahmins. Baba has told you many times. First, there is this Brahman top knot, and you are the first, the progeny of Brahma. You know that later on the path of devotion, you are the ones who become the worshippers from being worthy of worship. You are now becoming worthy of worship, and those worldly Brahmins are householders and not sannyasis. Sannyasis are Hatha yogis. They force themselves to leave their households. Hatha yogis teach many types of yoga. Baba remembers whom? when the topic of Hatha Yoga comes into existence, where is the museum of this Hatha Yogis there? So there is a museum of Hatha Yogis in Jaipur. There are no images of Raj Yoga there. It's only in the Dilwala temple that there are images of Raj Yoga. There is no museum of that. There are so many museums of Hatha Yoga. It's only in Bharat they have the temples of Raj Yoga. This museum is in living form, and you are sitting here in your living forms. People don't know where heaven is. In the Dilwala temple, you are shown seated on the ground doing tapasya, and this is the complete memorial of you. Heaven is portrayed above you. They believe that the heaven exists above and the hell exists beneath the earth. So Baba tells this cycle just continues to turn. After half a cycle, the heaven will go down below, and at the end of the cycle, heaven will come up above. No one knows how long its duration, whereas Father has explained the whole cycle to you. When each cycle comes to an end, you take this knowledge. You take this knowledge and go up above. Then a cycle starts afresh. We go to the Supreme Soul. We go to the Supreme Soul's abode. You should turn this around in your intellects. When those people study knowledge, they have their own books in their intellects. How many books, how many subjects, and how many versions or updations will be made with regard to each subject? How much we remember? Baba says this too is a study. Just like how you remember that study, this is also a similar one. You shouldn't forget this one. Because we always come up with excuses that Baba, what to do? We forget. Baba says it shouldn't be. Keep yourself filled with this knowledge. You shouldn't forget. All old, young and children have a right to study. They study. You simply have to know Alpha. Once you know Alpha, the Father's property will enter your intellects. Even animals keep their children in their intellects. You just see even the cows, they just roam anywhere, but they always come back to the place and they always remember their infants or calves. When people tame cows, they must be knowing that they always come back to their homes. When they go into a forest, they still continue to remember their home and their young ones. They automatically find their young ones. The Father now says, constantly remember me alone and remember your home from where you came to play your parts. Because the cows also reach their destination, they never forget where they have to go. And we children so naturally and easily say that, Baba, I forget, I make that effort. So Baba says, even animals remember where they have to go. So you have to remember Baba and home from where you had come to play your parts. Souls love their home. They remember their home so much, but they have forgotten their way back. It's in your intellects that you live very far away. However, no one knows how can you go there and why you are unable to go there. Baba has explained that. What topic Baba chooses here? Baba says that so Baba has explained this is why the game of maze has been created, and such it has been also made in very few places that once you enter it's very difficult for you to come out. You know that the gates to heaven will open after this war. Everyone will leave this land of death. All human beings go and stay there. Now just see the population, and people of the world also believe that the destruction is just ahead and everyone has to return. All the human beings go and stay there number wise according to their religions and according to their parts. You have to go. So Baba says everyone has to go. All of these things must stay in your intellects. People just beat their head so much in order to go to that Brahma element. You have to go beyond sound. So when the soul shuts the body, then there is no sound. You children know that that is your sweet home, and there is then the sweet kingdom, the undivided kingdom of the deities. The Father comes and teaches you Raj Yoga. He explains you the full knowledge from which the scriptures are later connected on the path of devotion. You don't have to study those scriptures etc. now. Old mothers don't study in those schools. Here everyone studies. Baba's children come and ask us that even after coming to the path of knowledge, is there anyone who just listens to the Ramayana or Bhagavad Gita or anything like that? No. We have few who are raising their hands. You must raise your hand if you are doing. We have such students who say that we understand everything, but still that habit is there of listening to that. So Baba says, old mothers don't study there, whereas you become the deities in the land of immortality. No such words of defamation are spoken. Of course, Ravan abducted Sita. So do we say? The people of the golden age are very ignorant to these terms, that is robbing, stealing. So Baba says, no such words of defamation are spoken. You now know that heaven existed in the past. There is praise of heaven. They build so many temples. So ask them, where did Lakshmi and Narayan exist in the past? They don't anything at all. You now know that you have to return home, because the soul's home is Paramdham, and Baba has come to take us back there. We now know that we have to return home. And it's been explained to you children that the meaning of Om is different from the meaning of Ham So, which means I am that. I am so and so. Because people have the habit to just chant this as a mantra. that is hum, so and so hum. They feel that I am God. They believe that we are gods. They have made the meaning of Om and the meaning of hum so the same. You souls are the residents of the land of peace. You come down here to play your parts. You become deities, warriors, merchants, and Shudras. Om means I am a soul. There is so much difference. They have taken the meaning of both to be the same. These matters have to be understood with your intellects. When you don't understand the knowledge, what else will happen? You will just continue to nod off all the time. You never nod off when you are earning an income. No. If a shopkeeper is sitting, does he nod off when customer comes? So Baba says that income is only for a temporary period. And what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This income for half a cycle. So it's a big thing. Then you don't say that, God, what have you written in my destiny? Now God is giving the offer. God is teaching us the way to create that fortune. Baba has given us that pen of actions. So it's in our hands. This income is for half a cycle. Baba just draws our attention. However, when your intellect wanders off in other directions, you become tired and continue to yawn. You mustn't sit here with your eyes closed. Do we have some students who sit here with their eyes closed? You mustn't sit here with your eyes closed. You know that souls are imperishable and bodies are perishable. There is the difference of day and night between the way that iron-aged residents of hell look at everything and the way you look at everything. I, a soul, I am studying with the Father. No one knows that the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, the ocean of knowledge comes to teach us. I, a soul, I am listening to him. What do we listen? We listen that considering, if we consider ourselves to be souls and remember the Father, then our sins will be absolved. Then only your intellects will go up above. Shiv Baba is teaching this knowledge to us. A very refined intellect is required for this. What do we need? A refined intellect is required. So Baba shows you the way to refine your intellects. By considering yourselves to be souls, you will definitely remember the Father. The reason why you have to consider yourselves to be souls is that you can remember the Father and the form that relationship which has been broken for this whole cycle. We must forge that relationship which was broken for the whole cycle. There is just the reward of happiness and only happiness. There is no question of sorrow there. There is no question of sorrow there. That's heaven. Only heavenly God Father makes you into the masters of heaven. You still forget such a father. Baba remembers because Baba says that many children are adopted by the Marwari caste. Those who have been adopted, those children become very happy that they have taken the lap of wealthy ones, and the children of the wealthy would never be adopted by the poor. You are the children of the Prajapita Brahma. Therefore, you would definitely be mouthborn creations. You Brahmins are mouthborn creations. And those creations are born through poison. You understand the difference in this. Only when you explain to them can they become mouthborn creations. This is an adoption. A husband considers his wife to belong to him. Is the wife created through poison or through the mind? A wife is the mouthborn creation, and then when they have children, those creations are born through the poison. The father says, all of you are mouthborn creations. When it is said, you are mine, you belong to me, we are Baba's children, we are the mouthborn creation. When it is said, these are my children, the intoxication rises. Therefore, all of you are mouthborn creation. We Brahma, Kumaris are mouthborn creations, and the souls aren't mouthborn creations. Of course, souls are eternal and imperishable. You know that how the human world is transformed, transferred. You children have received many points. Nevertheless, Baba says, even if you are unable to imbibe anything or speak about anything, simply remember the Father. Baba, of course, gives many points. Despite that, we say that, Baba, you explain so much, but we don't remember. If we remember, then we will imbibe. So Baba says, children, if you are unable to imbibe anything, if you can't explain to others, then how Baba just convinces us that you just remember the Father. You will be able to claim a status higher than those who give lectures. Atam brother looks to be very happy. How amazing blessing that Baba gives us. It's not about conducting the class or organizing programs or giving sessions. There are many incognito children who make the effort of making their stage powerful through the power of yoga. Just we have to be in the remembrance. So Baba says, then you will be able to claim a status higher than those who give lectures. Sometimes even those who give lectures fall due to storms. However, if they didn't fall, simply continue to remember the Father, they could also claim a high status. There is still a margin. Baba says, those who indulge in the vices the most break all their bones because it's like falling from the 5th floor. What's that 5th one? The body consciousness is the 5th floor. The lust is the 4th floor, and so on. The Father says lust is the greatest enemy. Some children write, Baba, I have fallen. For anger, it isn't said that they have fallen. Baba says when someone dirties his face, he hurts himself very badly. He is unable to tell others that lust is the greatest enemy. Baba repeatedly says that be cautious about the criminal eyes. In the golden age, there is no question of being stripped. There are no criminal eyes, the eyes become civil. That's the civilized kingdom. At this time, the world is criminal. You souls have now received the civil eyes which continue to work for 21 births. So Baba says, just see the effort of this time which gives you the reward for 21 births, which lasts for almost 2 ages. So no one becomes criminal there. The Father explains the main thing. Remember the Father and the cycle of 84 births. It's the wonder how the one who becomes Sri Narayan then becomes the lucky chariot at the end. So no one in the world knows that the soul of the Narayan, then the soul who played the role of Narayan, then the soul plays the role of the lucky chariot. So the Father enters that chariot and therefore he becomes very lucky. Let the history of 84 births of how Brahma becomes Vishnu and how Vishnu becomes Brahma remain in your intellects. Acha. Baba just reminds the entire history. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, Father and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to you, spiritual children. And we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance and say good morning, namaste to the Mother, Father and Bap Dada. The essence for dharna. This is the best blessing. You have to refine your intellect by having the remembrance of the Father. What's the sign of the one having refined intellect? Keep your intellect constantly full of this knowledge. Constantly remember the Father and home. Remind others also to do this. Second, finish your criminal eyes in this last birth and make them civil. Be very cautious about criminal eyes. Today's blessing. May you constantly be a destroyer of obstacles and an embodiment of solutions by having the stage of a bestower with the power of accommodation. What's your mental state of mind when you become a bestower? You receive the blessing of being a destroyer of obstacles and an embodiment of solutions on the basis of 2 things. The first one, constantly being aware that you are a child of the bestower. This has to be made very firm that I am the child of the bestower and I have to give to everyone. It's not that you will be loving when you receive regard or love. You have to give. What do you have to give? It's not about giving something in gross, it's your interaction, it's your behavior. Second, become an ocean of the power of accommodation for yourself and for everyone who has a connection or relationship with you. By having these two specialities, you will be filled with good wishes and pure feelings, become an embodiment of solutions. The entire Murli itself is like a blessing, and still the slogan is make truth your companion, your boat will never sink. Today's object signal: experiment on yourself and others with your mind with the power of yoga. When you have the natural practice of giving good wishes and auspicious blessings with your mind, let there be the natural practice of giving, your mind will remain busy and it automatically steps away from any upheaval that takes place within it. You will never become disheartened with your efforts as you sometimes do now. There will be magic. Om Shanti. All the sisters and brothers are requested to be seated here.
ब्रह्मा कुमारीज के सेक्रेटरी जनरल आदरणीय राजयोगी ब्रह्मोदय जी का स्वास्थ्य कुछ मास से ठीक नहीं था। 2 दिन
The secretary of the Brahma Kumaris, that is respected Brij Mohan brother, whose health has not been very well since few months, and he had been admitted to Fortis hospital 2 days back, I think, and he had given an incredible contribution in the expansion of Baba's services. And in order to give Baba's message to everyone, he had been involved in organizing many religious fairs, fests and meetings, conferences. He has been the chairperson of the RERF wings and the political wing, and he had taken the determined thought to lead a pure life and practice celibacy, and he adopted this path of knowledge. He was 92 years old when he left his mortal coil. He left his mortal coil last morning at 10:25 a.m. The body is in ORC. That will be taken to the Panda Bhavan this evening, and tomorrow 11th October the program will be in History Hall, where everyone can pay the respect. After taking his body to all the campuses, the body will reach Shantivan tomorrow evening, and then the funeral will be done in Muktidham. So the evening meditation is at hall number 3 training center from 6 to 8 p.m. And there is one more brother who is Prem Chandji, who is in the Gyan for a period of 30 years, and you are from BK Colony. And your entire family is into Gyan, and you are 90 years. When you left your mortal coil, let's also send good wishes to that soul. Let's listen to Mrutyunjay brother. Then we will send good wishes to that respected Brujmon brother. How many sisters and brothers have come as a Sevadari here? Can you raise your hands? Those who have come as a guide. Okay. And here is a humble request to all the Sevadari brothers and sisters that whatever duties have been assigned to you, particularly the kitchen department, because whether it comes of preparing food, chopping vegetables, that has to be taken care very well. So if you have brought your guests and if you would like to visit the Panda Bhavan, please ensure that you get your guests back to this campus by 4 p.m. and there is this class by respected Jayanti Didi. So the aqua laser show will be shown from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. tonight, because the cultural session will start tonight in Shantivan campus by 9 p.m. Shivika's sister will explain in detail. Om Shanti. There are many guides and Sevadari brothers and sisters who haven't been assigned any service. Though many of us just like to get refreshed by visiting this campus, but it's also important at the same time that there is a lot of requirement in big dining hall and other departments, because it's such a national level conference. If we don't have people, or if we don't have the brothers and sisters complete their things on time, then it's not that great. So I request everyone to just ensure that you are busy in the service. So here is the plan of the meal arrangements. Those who have the guest of honor, those who have the badge of guest of honor, their meal arrangements are at Dadiji's meeting hall. Those who have the badge of special guest or the media badge, their meal arrangements are at VIP dining hall. And the cultural team who has come, and there is a separate badge for BK guides. Their meal arrangements are in the hall number 205 in the big dining hall. Of course, the arrangements are very well done. So all the guides can just go there except the senior sisters. You please organize yourselves in ensuring that the guests who have got the guest of honor badges are received at Dadiji's meeting hall. Please ensure that that's not overcrowded. That place is not overcrowded. The session starts at 5 to 5:45, where there is a class by respected Jayanti Didi. The reception and the valedictions ceremony will start at 6 p.m. Post that, all the delegates can visit the PM Park to watch the Aqua Laser show. Because since we see a large number of people who are interested to watch, so you have to book your tickets. So we have 3 to 4 days time. We have to book the tickets, then there is this cultural show by Indore Hostel Kumaris. The cultural show starts by 9 p.m. So please ensure that everyone reaches the Diamond Hall by 8:45 p.m. The program manual can be obtained from the reception. If anyone wants the invitation to invite anyone from Abu Road, you can just obtain that from the Anand Bhavan office. We are receiving many calls for the financial support to be given to the sacrificial fire. In case you would like to give, you can even give to Mrutyunjay Baiji. Thank you. Om Shanti.
मन से
Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Prakash Muniji. After all, where did we come into this world from? Even though the physical mother and father gave birth to this physical body, but inside this body there is this conscious, that is soul. Where did this soul come from? The soul has come from that incorporeal world. This knowledge is given by the Father, the one who is called God Himself. Om Shanti.